Welcome back, everyone. All right, so you can see that the first two tags are actually pretty simple. Video and audio. It works just like an image tag, except it's video and audio, and it's actually quite easy to work with. The next tag we're going to work with is called the canvas tag. Now, the canvas tag is a little bit more complicated, and you can actually get into some scripting, that is JavaScripting, with it when we use it as well. Now, again, the canvas tag is actually quite cool, but let's go ahead and let's take a look at it. So, again, all we need to do here is we need to type in canvas, all right? And we can go ahead and close that off, and then we're going to go ahead and what we'll do is we'll put the closing tag in here, and we don't really need to put anything in here yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's give this a width and a height. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a little box here of a simple background color and a simple background color, a border, and a height and a width. So all we're going to be doing is just creating a box here. It's actually pretty simple. Let's just go ahead and let's put in the height first. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to height equals, we'll give it a height of 300. Okay. And what we'll also do is we'll also give it a width, because obviously we need to have a height and a width, because it is in fact a two-dimensional object. And remember that the height is a y value and the width is an x value. And if you're me, it took me a long time to figure that out. But remember, y is up and down and x is left and right. So the width is going to be, let's say, 150. Okay, so that looks good here, but if you see here, nothing's coming out in the output is because essentially nothing is there. So what we have to do instead is we have to add in a style here. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to add in the style, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to equals, and we're going to put in two quotes here. And if you remember, HTML styles are within the equals and the quotes here. And what we'll do is we'll set the background color first. So we'll go background. And we'll just type in background, and let's give it a background of orange, okay? And there we go. We have this right there. And in fact, let's make the height 100. Okay, there we go. So we got the height here. It's background orange. Everything looks wonderful. But what we can also do is if we put in a semicolon here, and remember when you differentiate style points. Within a tag, you do have to put in the semicolon there, and the semicolon. After the semicolon, you can go ahead and put something else. So in this case, we'll just do border, and let's do 10 pixels, okay? And remember, the border, we have to do solid, and then we'll go black. Now, you can technically do any color here. You can go solid maroon, or you can add in a 6-digit hex code, but let's just do solid black for now. Okay, so there we go. We have a little canvas here, and this may not seem like the coolest thing that you can do with HTML, but it is actually something that's really important because you can section off certain areas and do a whole bunch more of it. Now, if we copy this entire thing here, you can see that it just simply puts up two of them, and that makes sense. Just like if you were to copy a paragraph tag, it does the exact same thing. Now, remember, let's just go ahead and I'm going to cut out the style points here, and I'm just going to paste them here. And again, it's going to be nothing, but let's just go ahead, forget about the output for a second, and let's just type in our CSS, we're going to go canvas, and we'll just go ahead and put in the two curly brackets there. And what we can do is we can go to background, and we'll go orange, okay, semicolon. And if we go to our output here, you can see that it does in fact work, all right? And I'm just going to show you, and let's just finish this up here, and we'll go to border 10 pixels, solid black, okay? And then we go to our output here, and then it does work, and that is wonderful. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. And the reason why I copied it there is just so that I could remember exactly what we did so I can copy it over to the CSS. Now, this is just more of a refresher for people that have forgot about this. But remember, the style points within a tag here, within this HTML, can easily be put into the CSS. And so in this case, the CSS, you just type in the tag name. And what ends up happening is that the background ends up being this color. and then the border ends up being that as well. Now, if we go ahead and we copy this over, for example, we copy the other tag, and I'm just going to close the CSS because we don't need it right now, and we change the height, so let's make this 200, you can see that it's much bigger, right? You can see that's bigger because this canvas right here has a height of 200, and this one only has a height of 100, but the CSS for both are the same, right? So they're both going to be that color here, okay? Now remember, and again, if you really wanted to make this, you can go ahead and put an ID or classes or anything like that to differentiate any kind of canvas you have within the HTML, all right? I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.